everybody hanging out there because you'll never see them again. Ho, ho, ho. That's right. My name's Rob. I'm going to be your tour guide. Mark's behind the wheel, best in the business, and we got one more person I got to introduce you to from the Tonight Show on NBC. Let's welcome Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy, take it away.
Oh, hey there! You made it! Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Rob.
And the greatest driver.
Mark.
You're the best. I love it. Even though
Rob
owes me $5.
I
know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Yeah, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach out and grab the red emergency cord that runs along the center ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, you're going to get clear to it. Inside the vehicle, all times. The studio's driving around. If at any time during the tour you drop your phone, you just can't wait to use the restroom. Pull the cord and remain seated. Hey, Frankenstein, there's no smoking or vaping, please. I'm going to have to put that out for me, big fella. Appreciate that. But be prepared. Our tour today features loud noises, fire effects, and many water effects, so you may get wet. There's also some tram movements during the tour, so secure your personal belongings and hold on. Finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks when you're on board. So you did it. You left the theme park behind. We're off on our tour. First part of our tour is going to bring us down what we call the Universal Studios timeline. Brief history of how we started down here, and in a moment, on either side of this tram, you're going to notice quite a few different movie posters, and then on your monitors, different movie scenes. That's because we have more than 110 years of movie-making experience and history. By the way, this is only a small sample of some of the thousands of films we've released throughout the years here. Maybe one or two of your favorites, definitely some Oscar winners. And if there's a title that catches your eyes and you haven't seen it yet, try your streaming services like Peacock. A lot of these are all available out there as well. Or movie theaters, we've got an AMC on City Watch. Check out the newest releases. Speaking of new things coming to our park, take a peek over here on your left-hand side. That is Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. You're smiling, he's brave. No, I was going to say the same thing. I don't know, I do this tour like 4 times a day, and I'm still scared when I look at that one, but I know it's going to be a lot of fun. Come back 2026, and that's when you get a chance to do the Hollywood Drift, a little Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. So between the theme park, and the movie studio, this place is so big we're considered our own city. And like any city or town across this country, we need certain things in order to operate. For example, we got our very own working fire department. Their job is to make sure we are safe on the front lot, the back lot, up in the theme park as well. You just saw them take it off on a call. We also have our own medical facility, sheriff's substation, a bank, a dry cleaner, even our very own zip code. There is a point to all my bragging, I promise. Okay, that's because the man you're about to see on your monitors here, that's our founder, Carl Ludling, wanted to create this one-stop location where you can do all your filming from pre-production, which is the planning, the budgeting, the casting of a film, all the way up to the release. And we do that here at Universal Studios every single day. So what you're watching on your monitors now is opening day, March 15th, 1915. Those are some archival photos. As the first guests arrived here at Universal City, they got this cool opportunity to walk from set to set and see how movie making was done. Throughout the years, we've expanded, and recently we've just added over on your left-hand side new production offices, screening rooms, sound stages. Stage 12 is one of our oldest and largest for several seasons. It was home to The Voice. It's also where they created the mansion in Scarface. You remember that scene where Al Pacino introduces you? You know what I'm talking about. That was all filmed inside Stage 12. Back to the Future fans that created Doc Brown's garage up there. So much history, I can keep going on and on. At the end of this timeline, the very last poster, 2023, is Oppenheimer. That represents the 11th Best Picture win for an Oscar here at Universal Studios. Welcome to the front lot, the next part of the tour. So as we drive down through here, I know it's later in the day, but there's still work going on. As we go by these sound stages, I'm keeping an eye on the red lights. They're right next to the door. So if any of those red lights are flashing, that lets me know that they're filming inside, and I'll jump off the microphone. Because these sound stages are not 100% sound, but more like 98 to 99%. I have some Hollywood lingo for you, right? So the red lights are called the wigwag lights. When they're flashing, we refer to them as burning. You wait for them to go off, then you can go inside. The big doors, yeah, we got a couple that are open. They're called elephant doors. Take a peek inside as we go by. Now you can see what it looks like, an empty soundstage, like a blank canvas. It can create really, really cool environments from there. On your on the end here, these two sound stages are two of the three different sound stages they've been using for Bel Air, which is the dramatic version of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They wrap season 4, which is the final season. In a few weeks, we should be able to see those coming out on Peacock. But in the meantime, I got a couple stars from the series, Jabari Banks and Ollie Schulten, to tell you what it's like to work on the lot at Universal Studios.
You just got me a water when you can.
So what it is, you put egg on the cheese. You put cheese on the eggs and make the cheese.
That's right. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in there? Oh, it's gotta be a lot.
We could probably fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew in there.
No, we gotta get one of these for the mansion.
For sure.
You're lucky for y'all. The Bates family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot.
Right. Some of Bel Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I love the foyer set where Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you?
Well, the Bel Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours.
Yeah.
And that was very fun.
I still can't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together, from hair, wardrobe, makeup,
Set design, props, and transportation.
Transpo. Yes, Transpo's the best. And they have the sweetest lives for us to play with.
Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour.
Yeah, that sounds good. As long as I get to drive.
No, not if I've got the keys.
Oh, that's fun.
Come on, man.
And like I said, you can watch Bel Air in our Peacock streaming service season number 4 coming out very soon. Over here on your left-hand side, this is one of the Universal Studios post-production facilities. They work on shows like Bel Air. Sometimes they have to do additional editing, fix the audio, or the color that would happen inside that building. Right next to this building, the doors are open. That's called the Mill. When Jabari Banks was talking about some of his favorite sets from the series, that's where they make them inside there. Once they finish them up, they bring them to a soundstage or the back lot. Just kind of depends on what's needed at any given moment. Speaking of different sound stages and productions, coming up over here on your right-hand side, stages 18 and 19 were used for the paper, which we just watched. Also, a new Jennifer Garner series that is called the 5-Star Weekend. Every production has what we call a base camp. So base camp is set up in like a parking lot area. This is where you'll find hair, makeup, wardrobe. The stars have their own dressing rooms and trailers out here. This is base camp for the series X. Speaking of stars, who's ready for your first celebrity sighting today? That's what you came to Hollywood for, right? Okay, coming up over here, left-hand side. Ted the Bear. Well, I got some evil eyes. I know it's like, but come on, the guy's excited. He's got his own series. I can't say that, right? He's got 2 seasons of that series on Peacock. And Ted stands in front of the Great Bungalow. So these Great Bungalows used to be dressing rooms for some of Hollywood's most famous celebrities. Jimmy Stewart, Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Sylvester Stallone, all had dressing rooms in here. They're now offices for talented writers, directors, and producers. For a few years, we had Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, working out here. This company's called 7 Bucks Productions, Jordan Peele, Monkey Ball Productions. The bungalow on the corner here, left-hand side, that's Kevin Williamson's office. Maybe you're fans of Scream, Dawson's Creek, or The Waterfront on Netflix. He created those. Now, typically, you will see some big-name celebrities coming and going from these doors. A ton of casting happens out here. Since I'm doing some name dropping, I'm going to give you a couple more names of people that are working out here. As we come up over here to your left-hand side, take a peek down this driveway to the back. There's a sign that says MP. It stands for Mark Platt Productions. Then you see a Wicked balloon right up in the corner. That's right, because they are producing Wicked and Wicked for Good coming out in November. And then on your left-hand side, bungalow 5195. You see the silhouette on the wall there? Oh, that used to be Alfred Hitchcock's office.
Lou said he could move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a trial, a museum.
Very exciting. Just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced everywhere.
And I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
The Birds? That was a really scary movie.
Birds? Oh man, that had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course.
Very good. One of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
And on your left-hand side, those are the newest sound stages, as I mentioned, being used for St. Denis Medical. You see some of the reserved parking spots out there. Also, they've got the windows that they built this time on the front. So some of those are makeup and dressing rooms as well. Different from the other sound stages we saw. That's the end of the first part of the tour. We're going to start heading into the back lot. Over here on our left-hand side, this area is called our Metropolitan sets. They are not real buildings. Oh, figured that out, right? They're what we call facades, just the front and side, whatever the camera's going to see. And look closely as we drive down through here. That's not real brick and mortar. It's plastic and wood. Base camp for St. Dennis Medical usually set up right here. You see some of the reserved parking spots for the characters, the stars of the series, over here on your left-hand side. And then I wanted to point out, I think they're still out here, yeah, picture cars. Anything that ends up on the screen refers to a picture car. Even a boat could be a picture car. These look like picture cars coming up over here on your left-hand side. For St. Dennis Medical, you got an ambulance and a paramedic truck there. And then I saw a couple delivery trucks that you may see in an upcoming episode. This big tall facade acts as a makeshift sound barrier. We have multiple productions that work out here all at the same time. That helps make sure that they don't interfere with each other. And then they also even used the back side of it, only filmed a portion of it for CSI Vegas, made it look like a warehouse. You didn't have to know that there was nothing behind it. He did the exterior scenes right here. But now it's time to bring you down inside our metropolitan set. The area that we're going to drive through is called London Square, the first part at least. And that was used in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Mickey Kaling project. I want to point out down here to your right-hand side, if you look down that street, you can see it says closed set crew only. They've been doing a lot of work for a new series down in there. You're the first folks to see. The series is called Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. It's a spin-off of The Big Bang Theory. So you just got to, oh, yeah, Rob has some of the gossip, right? It's got some of the tea. Is that what I wanted to say, right? Tea. Yeah, I'm hip. I can do that. So you just saw those sets. And then over here, as we drive down inside these streets, take a look around. I'm sure you can imagine them as New York. Yeah, that's right. And that's where my co-host Jimmy Fallon is.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Well, that's what it looks like behind the scenes. The camera stats along the tracks there. The art department set designers, they create the rest of the illusion that is New York. So in a moment, we're going to leave our metropolitan sets behind, and then we're going to get this opportunity to head on up this hill. We're going to leave the concrete jungle behind and head to the jungle of Skull Island.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your everyday life and sweep you up in the future. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters, creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Before we do that, everyone, please remain seated. Keep your hands and feet inside the tram at all times. No camera lights, please, and hold on to your personal belongings. It's going to get bumpy on our trip to Skull Island. You can see the adventure getting underway as we head inside this cave. Great job, everyone. You survived. You can go ahead and take off your 3D glasses, but hold on to them for me, please. I see a lot of good thumbs up. Okay, so that was just the warm-up. Plenty more surprises ahead. Now, during that, I heard a little bit of laughter, I heard some screaming, and I thought I heard crying too. And that's okay. Listen, I don't judge. You can't see it, but sometimes I gotta close my eyes like this because that thing scares me. And I do it like 4 times a day. To make myself less scared, this is when I play this. Behind the scenes of King Kong 360 3D, you survived some of the world's largest digital 3D screens, standing 40 feet tall and 180 feet long, utilizing some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. Designed by Peter Jackson, the team of Wet FX, they won Oscars for their work. So now, you know, it looks like the lights on how are going up and down, side to side. But once those lights went off, there were a couple moments, I admit, I got a little scared.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where the people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving it along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, because it's a hell of a ride.
So I mentioned that the voice and move sound stages. This is the area of the back lot that they work in now. Cast and crew park over here on your left-hand side. Typically in the corner over there, they set up catering. We work long hours, 14, 15-hour days. You don't get the opportunity to leave the lot, so they bring in the food. We'll all eat together. Then as the meal comes to an end, you get an assistant director, usually like, everybody's back in 10. And then you'll hear somebody yelling, back in, which means we go back to work to the different departments. Over here on your right-hand side, this monster mural designed a few years ago by Tristan Eden. He painted that using spray paint cans. Really talented work. Speaking of talent, left-hand side, I see that they're working still on season 28 of The Voice. Stage 34 is where they build the sets, the stages that they perform on. Because then right next door over on your left-hand side, stages 30 and 31, take a peek down there, you see the big red and black V logo, because that's where they film The Voice.
Hey there, Studio Tour. I'm Snoop Dogg from The Voice. And we tape our show right here in stage 30 and 31 in the heart of the Universal Backlot. These state-of-the-art sound stages allow us to bring every round of our show to life, from the blind auditions to the live finale, and everything in between.
Make some noise!
We know what America wants.
Freedom sucks, baby! Yo, now, you should see the underwear I'm wearing.
So we're on your left-hand side, stage 32 and 33. One of the coaches for The Voice, Reba McEntire, that's where she works on Happy's Place, her series. And then over here on your left-hand side, this body of water, use your imagination, because back in 1954, it was the Amazon River, this classic Universal Studios monster movie, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, there's the gill man right there. No way, you're never going to catch me swimming out there. Anything brushes across my legs, I'm going to be walking out of the water, running out of there. No way. So sometimes you don't get a big budget, you can't afford to travel overseas like they did in the Amazon River. We have options on this lot. We're headed to one of them right now. It's called Little Europe. I'll be honest, we haven't always used it as Europe. For several seasons, it was part of The Good Place. And if you're familiar with the TV show The Good Place, then you know all about the afterlife. But I bet you've never been. By the way, that's a very, very good thing, right? Get ready, because we're about to enter the afterlife. And if you're like, Rob, I have no idea what you're talking about, I got you covered with that too. I'll play a few scenes from the series starring Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. So as we move forward here, over here on your right-hand side, you get to see sort of a combination of what it looks like when we go inside Little Europe. But some of you will immediately recognize it from The Good Place. Get ready. We're about to enter the afterlife. And I'll point out a few things. Fans of the series, you probably recognize it anyways, but I'll point it out.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
So let me pause it right there. Left-hand side. Fans of the series, you recognize that area? That's your orientation. So when you arrive, you go through orientation. Check out the facade behind there. It's still dressed as if they were filming the series out here. It says all chocolate everything. Why did I pause it on the yogurt shop? Because we're about to drive right by that yogurt shop right now. It's still painted the same trim, as a matter of fact, as you see there on your left-hand side. The only thing missing is yogurt, yogurt, yogurt. That's because other productions have been in here, but feel free to peek inside any of these facades. You're really close to these, and you can see that they've been out here for a number of years. And then directly in front of us is the railway station.
Going to the bad place?
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
So over on your right-hand side, what is awesome, that's the Court of Miracles. It's where some of our Universal Studios monsters got their start. Dracula, Frankenstein, the werewolf, the Invisible Man. These scenes were filmed out there in the 1930s. See how different it looks, right? This area was also used in Pirates of the Caribbean, starring Johnny Depp, Black Pearl. Just a quick reminder, the studio tours at the halfway point. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, please pull the red emergency cord and remain seated. Hey, I want to bring you inside an actual soundstage. It's what we call a hot set. It means that we're filming in here. They wrapped momentarily, and director's given us special permission to go inside and check it out. Please remain seated, hold on, keep your hands and feet inside the tram, and no camera lights, please. This is a two-story soundstage. They're not telling me the title of the film or who stars in it, but it's set up to be the underground subway system for San Francisco. Left-hand side, there's a call sheet. They have a call time tomorrow at 6 a.m., but they're going to try to film 40 pages of script. So if you work in the industry, you know that could be a long day. Check it out, though. On your left-hand side, coming up is the director's chair, the camera. The monitor on the part is called playback. So we can play back a scene after they cut, determine if you want to do another take or simply move on. Then you got hair, makeup, wardrobe. The table at the end is called crafty, so I don't get hangry between meals. I can get a snack. Now, if I can convince you for nap time, I'm happy. Whoa, hold on. That's a slight tremor, not a big deal in California, but it's all the time. Let's open up the front door, though. I want to... Oh, listen up, everyone. Hold on. We're going to have to ride this out. Inside the tram. I didn't want to scare you, but we had some issues out here this morning. There was a huge shark on the loose, but they caught it, so I don't want you to get scared, okay? So, you know, some of you are like, no, we know it's not. Yes, it is. In fact, yeah, I got another one of those words. I got the proof. I got the receipts, okay? Coming up over here on your right-hand side, there's the shark getting at the end of the pier. You want to get some pictures of it, go for it. We can hashtag it, I don't know, take a picture or something like that. It's your social media. This puts me on, I love it. The sun's coming down, sunset. Puts me in the mood for seafood afterward. Bubblegum shrimp, anchovies. Nobody's listening. What's going on? Oh, no. So you were right. There's another shark. Listen, stay seated for a second up here. Give me a second. I gotta call my boss. Let them know what's... Oh, no. Wait a second. That's my friend George. He's still in the water. George? George, you gotta get back to the boat. Hey, George. You all saw a second shark. If you don't move faster than that, that shark was really close to you. And, oh, he was one of my closest chums of my ride home. He's a brave man. So keep an eye on that barrel at the end of the pier. We put some bait underneath it. If it moves, we know the shark is still. Wait, there goes a barrel in the pier. Those are gas cans. This is a horrible one. It's my horrible. But it's a family show. Can't repeat what a few of you say. Fans of Murder, She Wrote, you are in traffic code. Now, I live out here in sunny Southern California where the weather's nearly perfect every day, and look, I'm not complaining. Very grateful and fortunate. Well, let's say I'm directing a horror movie and I wanted to build suspense with weather. You can do that. Remember, at night, wind, rain, lightning, thunder. So how do I do it? Glad you asked. Welcome to Old Mexico. Left-hand side. We'll do a quick demonstration of some of that. You notice the puddles of water out there. We're going to add to that water. When a storm is heading in our direction, you hear and see different things. In this case, one of the first things you hear the thunder is made is a loudspeaker. And the lightning you see on the buildings over there, that's strobe lights. Now with the flip of a switch, I can go ahead and turn on the rain. Watch this, I'm going to turn it all the way up. You're my favorite group, so don't tell my boss. Get it going. Ooh, that's locking. Now we use a very, very fancy, expensive system to do that. It's called a sprinkler system. But the sprinklers are pointed up, shoot some water in the air when it comes down, it creates air flow. Then you add a little bit more lightning, remember, just strobe lights in the buildings over there. Cue the thunder. Oh, just like that. You go ahead and bring us on location, sprinklers hook it up with water, so let's set up your cameras, go ahead and film. Too much rain all at once. You know what's going to happen next, right? A flash flood. So heads up, if you're in a blue seat, you may get wet. Yeah, they're all blue. Car one doesn't mean you're safe either, by the way. Let's see what happens. Here it comes. Oh my God. Good boy. All that water is recycled, take it back up the top and drop that next ground. You do that more than 100 times a day for our guests. Lady Gaga and her music video Judas stands for worldwide weather on summer is also used to get that line. These sets, they recognize it from Nacho Libre. Oh, that's Nacho Libre fans on board. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino, among many, many other things. Now, I mentioned we're going to talk more about Jaws this time. We're not going to go through the ride again, but we're going to go behind it and listen to Steven Spielberg tell us how it was created.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
Over on your left-hand side, that's Colonial Street. They're doing some filming down in there, getting ready to do that, so we can't drive down in the area. But a lot of you will know it from the years of Desperate Housewives. It was Wisteria Lane.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
And Tom Hanks called that neighborhood home with the 1989 version of The Burbs, directed by Joe Dante, also starring Carrie Fisher. As we head out back to the theme park, I wanted to take you through, Mark and I got a little surprise for you. We're going to go through Universal Studios picture car section. The cars you're about to see have become almost as famous as the stars who drove them. Left-hand side, you got one of the original Glamour trams. Yeah, we're heading up for Halloween Horror Nights. That is like a spoiler. Don't look over there yet. You'll be there to the left-hand side. You got the Gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Yabba dabba doo. Fred Barney Wilma had those out. The engines in there had to use repeat. I love Dominic Toretto's. They just brought it back, got it all detailed. I'd love to take it up and down Hollywood Boulevard. I just go all day up and down, up and down. I love these too from Fast and Furious, but then I can't forget Bumblebee. Yeah, right next to Decepticon Barricade, but I wouldn't park anything out here for a very good reason. It's the next door neighbor. He owns a motel. His name is Norman Bates. He owns the Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's film Psycho. As you already noticed, there's redecorating going on for Halloween Horror Nights. I gotta be honest, I don't really like what he's done with the place, but I don't think he cares. Some of you will be back here when it all changes. Speaking of the neighborhood, mad sometimes. Those neighbors would be really mad. You don't want to bring them over for dinner, right? Now we're also going to go by one of the original sets, another one from Alfred Hitchcock's film Psycho, The Home. And every time I go by here, something different seems to be happening. The last time I noticed that Mother was in her window, looking down in her rocking chair, keeping an eye on us, but I never necessarily know. I don't know, check it out. Second story window, is Mother on up there? I see Jesse's here. Looking. Jesse looks great. Hi, Jesse. Jesse's keeping an eye out, make sure that Mother is. She in that second story window? Keep an eye on her. I don't know. Well, I saw her. She looks a little dehydrated, right? Ooh. Horrible joke. That's looking upset Mother. And now, welcome to Steven Spielberg's set War of the Worlds. You can see how massive this is and all the detail that went into creating it. Keep this in mind as we drive through. Everything you see around you was created for what turns out to be about a 4-minute part in the actual film. All this during 4 minutes. Listen to that sound design. It sounds like the electricity going to the record to the bone. Here's a quick scene in your monitors.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steve.
And so again, to sit down and talk about the world, that thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. That's great. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Bobby, get in.
So that's a real 747 plane. It was retired. Production bought it for about $60,000. They cut it up into pieces, shipped it out here to California. That cost $250,000. So we got about 10 minutes left at the end of the tour. We'll be returning to the theme park shortly. I want to talk about another one of the Generation Pilot directors, Jordan Peele. We're going to bring you through some of his original sets from his sci-fi thriller hit movie, Nope, Jupiter's Plane. Here he is to tell you about his sets. Welcome to Jupiter's Plane.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Plane, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the waiting room. You have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso Experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. So live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO. Welcome to the world of
take that advice and get out. It's definitely not for us. Nope. As we head on back to the theme park, I wanted to point out this area in the back lot that we're in. Driving around this Falls Lake over here on the right hand side. You see that big blue wall. In front of it is a deep basin that they fill with water. They can do huge scenes out there, like we did a few years ago for the movie Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood. This scene was all filmed out there. Now, you know, when we watch this, I'll break it down, but you know that, well, Tom Hanks is real. The plane is real, the water, the actors on the wings, that's all real. But the city of New York is the big blue wall. It's removed the blue wall in post-production and replaced with the city of New York. Okay, I pause it there because as we drive by, over there on your right-hand side, check that out. That scene was all filmed out there. There's other big scenes that were filmed out here too. Transformers, you name it, we did a lot of them. Even that scene where you got all the rescue boats out there, it's wild. You can see now, they're just striking. There was a production that was out there. They're doing some sandblasting and returning it back to the, looks like the normal color. As we head on back to the theme park, you got maybe a long night ahead of you. Thought we'd share a quick story. I'll have Steven Spielberg tell you about how he got his start here at Universal Studios.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. This was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom, and when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
I hope you have an amazing afternoon and evening here at Universal Studios Hollywood. If you haven't downloaded on your smartphone the Universal Studios Hollywood app, great time to do so to give you the latest up-to-date show times, along with wait times for our rides. Over there on your right-hand side is the 400-acre lot that we just traveled through. Beyond us is Warner Brothers, so you're literally here in the heart of the entertainment industry in the San Fernando Valley. Thanks for coming out to Universal Studios Hollywood. If you'd like to purchase any of the movies or TV shows you've seen on our tour today, visit us online or ask at any of our retail stores. We're almost back.
Well, I can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Mark
and
Rob?
Weren't they the best?
Oh, thanks, Jimmy.
Hey, before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tramcasting. We had a real good time together. Now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop. But don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Come on! Have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Just the dads now, and everything will be alright. Just the moms, and everything will be alright. Just Jaws. get home safe. Fantastic day. And a fantastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram. And everything will be alright. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the tram.
Sorry for the delay. We'll be pulling forward here momentarily, so please remain seated till the tram comes to a complete stop. One of our tour ambassadors will unlock these gates. That's our signal to say to stand up. Carefully exit the tram. Over there on your left-hand side, you won't need those 3D glasses anymore. You can put them in the blue bins that you see there. That would help us out. Welcome back, everyone. For those staying with us tonight, enjoy Halloween Horror Nights. This changes to Terror Tram if you're brave enough.